What's up? What's up, Creative Faces? My name is Ella, and we are the B Culture. We are live right now. That means everything is organic. We do everything from scratch. We do music production from scratch on this channel. We talk about we discuss different things, hot topics that affect us, music producers, beat makers, artists, whoever, entertainment, things that affect us in this world. This is beat culture, and we're moving a certain way right here on this channel. Everything is organic, and that's what it's all about. So that means when the computer crash, all of it is just live, organic. This is kind of stuff that happens here on the channel. As y'all can see, I kind of move some stuff around, doing something different. I want to tell you guys about some music that I'm releasing lately these days. Some lo-fi, for y'all who want to, relax, long day of work, come home, throw on them elements, you know what I mean? Throw that element on it, that element stuff. Put that on, you know what I mean? The link is in the description for my music. It's on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, pretty much everywhere. And I do that through DistroKid. It's also a link for that. So, of course, everything we do here on the stream, I try to have affiliate links because when I do these streams, I'm doing it for free. And so there's a bunch of affiliate links in the description. You guys know about the MK3, the Complete Control MK3 by Native Instruments. They just released that. It's pretty much a new era where we're talking about it. We streaming about it, but that's not the topic for this stream. What we're talking about is Studio One 6.5. Yes, indeed. Personas or Fender, should I say, recently dropped 6.5 on us. And I had the beta version of it. I was playing around with it. Wasn't too serious about it. I just thought it was cool. I think it's cool. You want to know my thoughts? I think it's really cool that we have Dolby Atmos or surround. If you guys still working in surround. So up until now, the way that I was doing things, if I had to process music for surround sound, I had to go through Logic because Logic has 5.1, 7.1. I was doing it that way. I was getting ready to download I think it's who makes the Dolby Atmos app? I forget. I think it's by Avid. I was getting ready to download that. And basically the way that works is it will work side by side. And then if I'm working in Studio One, you would have to set up different outputs to go different places. You have to do some legwork pretty much. You know what I mean? Reverb and man. So I just rather went through Logic. Logic, I was already set up that way. Now the Studio One has it. It is built in. You don't need no separate application to do any of that. It's built in the system. I would say Studio One has been really, really great about building things in, making a one house, a one-stop shop for everything. You can go in Studio One and make a beat. You can go in there and record a full session. You can go in there and mix a full session. I use Studio One to mix every project, no matter what I'm using or how it was sent to me by different clients. I always go through Studio One to mix. That's just my thing. If I'm mastering your project, I'm always going through Studio One. It's all built in. Then on top of that, we got this thing called batch converter. Well, I can take files, like not even open up Studio One. It's like another thing that's built on top of it where I can take stereo files, convert it to mono files. Or I could take any files that are at any sample rate and make them one sample rate. If I want to make it 44.1 or 48 or 96, whatever, I can do that. If I want to throw effects, like the same effect on everything, or make everything trim, or normalize all files before I bring it in. Say, for instance, drums. Drums is one of those things. Some people don't know to send me mono files, but I digress. Batch converter inside here. I think it's called batch converter. Is it called batch converter? Yeah, I think it is. I may have gotten that wrong. Audio batch converter. I was partially right. Yeah. All that's built in. It's built in here. And then so now they doing this performance thing, right? That's old news. They started doing it at what, 4 or 5, 5.0. You can perform, go live, do live sessions. I mean, like live shows using I forget what you call it. I think it's perform show something. I forget. I don't use it. I don't perform live anymore. I stopped performing live before all this came out. So that's why I really never touch on it that much on this channel, because I don't have a way to. I guess one day I could. But yeah, that's a possibility. And now we have the proper, so like for you music producers, composers, I consider myself a composer as well. But now that we can do like, so here's the thing. Me as a composer, and when I say composer, I mean it's more of a professional label that you call yourself. It's like another kind of hat. Like it's like an expansion. Like you're a producer, but if you're a composer, I don't know. I'm not gonna explain that because I don't want to have a whole conversation about what that means. But basically, I just feel like Studio One is the best when it comes to routing things. Like for instance, for me, Contact. I use Contact when I'm in there and I'm using strings, orchestral instruments, and things like that. And like just I kind of use that as a part of the workflow. The only problem with that is if I'm doing that and I'm doing something that needs that Atmos, the Dolby Atmos rendering, you got to do it somewhere else, right? But now it's built in. It's built in. So I guess we could take a moment to actually go through and just play with some stuff, see what we come up with. I'm not going to really do too much here on today, but I just wanted to come on real quick and have this discussion because some of you guys already hit me up. Some of you guys literally hit me up. It's like, bro, what's up? We need to talk about it. So we about to have this discussion. So I'm saying what's up to Really Though. What's up, man? What's up, bro? Blaze, absolutely, yeah, one-stop shop. That is definitely the concept here. Definitely the concept. It's a big wig in Studio One done form Voltron. Oh, speaking of Bitwig, never mind. I have to test that theory before I say something about that. Jay Summers, what's up? Been waiting to hear your NC. Y'all been waiting on me. I almost didn't go live because it's like, okay, 6.5. The major updates in here is just Dolby Atmos, the rendering. Now, I guess that's huge because that just changed the game for how you are able to produce now. Like, will you be using that? Now, see, the other thing is here, guys, most of us only have or have been working with stereo output, left, right. Do any of y'all have a 5.1 system, a 7.1 system? I used to have a 5.1 system. I got rid of it. But that was surround, right? That was surround sound. But with Dolby Atmos, it allows you to put things above you and underneath it. It's an atmosphere, hence the name Atmos. It's an atmosphere. So you create this whole sphere bubble that You can now place surround. That is the true meaning of surround. That's it. That is surround. Surround is like around you. But Atmos is the correct term for what's going on. Atmos is the new thing. Apple Music and some other platforms are supporting Dolby Atmos. And I feel like this is the lane for people to be creative. But here is the thing. It's kind of one of those topics like surround sound was cool when it was a thing. I think you get the benefit of surround sound when you went to the movie theater, right? They have their whole deal set up that way. If you guys have a home theater system in your front living area, you know, if you have a system that support that, you take advantage of that, right? But nowadays, people are watching movies and whatever on their phone. Like, I feel like a whole surround system, or like that, like a system is more so for people who just appreciate sound. More so like, um, I would say audio, like people that collect records. You know what I mean? People that have their homes set up like that. Now, here's the thing. I wanted to demonstrate this to you guys. These are called AirPods by Apple. These AirPods support Dolby Atmos. You can switch them to Dolby Atmos or spatial audio, where you move your head and you can like literally the audio would sit in a certain place no matter where you move your head. Like, this is some really high tech, pretty cool, pretty cool device, hence why you spending as much money on it. And so I feel like people with these type of headphones can take advantage of that, especially listening to Apple Music. You know what I mean? You'll take advantage of that sound. But I mean, when you switch your hang on, guys, because I touch, like, my AirPods are connected to everything. So as soon as I touch them, it's asking me to transfer my audio, and like, what? Now it's changing the sample rate and everything. Everything is synced together. But anyway, when you are, if you switch to Dolby, I think you draw more power from these things when you switch to that, I think. So, is it something that you're always going to do? Switch to Dolby Atmos to listen to, anything? I think movies is probably like the best to listen to music. I don't know. We just having a conversation. But it's cool. It's cool for you guys that are into that now we can do that. You know what I'm saying? 803, what's up? What up? What up? What up? What up? As soon as I saw it drop, I was like, bro, gotta go live. Yeah. What's up, Spaces? Yeah. So yeah, we live, man, and let's talk about it. Now, I'm gonna be realistic as possible. I do feel that this is really cool. Now that we have this. But again, I feel like now because it's a Studio One, you can hear stuff with just your basic headphones. You can actually move stuff around, but you can. I feel like you get the real benefit of having headphones that support that, so you can really hear what's going on. Because most of us don't have 5.1 systems and 7.1 systems. You know what I'm saying? But if you got these, I guess you do. You know, that's kind of where I'm going with that. Um, so so you can enjoy Dolby Atmos anywhere you go. Just with a pair of earbuds in your ears, you can kind of take advantage of that. Um, it's kind of cool. And that is really the main update, guys. I went up in here and Impact to see if there was a updates to Impact or Montai or new instruments or new effects or if they updated the note effects. Nah, man, they just, I mean, that's great. I do feel like it's kind of like what Native Instruments did with this keyboard here. Like, if y'all think about it, because I know I'm gonna have some people just like, it's not worth it. Okay, just think about it. I feel like in one of these updates, it had to be done for them to continue moving forward with other things that will hit this platform. That's gonna change the game. It's gonna change how your face look, bruh. Like, let's put Dolby Atmos in there first, and then we can do these other things. So with this keyboard that I have, the Complete Control MK3, it is now on NKS2, right? So in order to move forward and do things that they want to do, like next level stuff, things that no one is mentioning right now, things that I don't even know, that they're not sharing with me, in order for them to do that, they had to come out with something. I just thought it was going to be another machine that they was going to come out with next, but it just happened to be the keyboard. The keyboard ain't seen the update since MK2. That was years ago. So we'll start off with that, and then if they release another machine, the machine will be on what? Guess what? NK2. Obviously, that makes sense, right? And then whatever else that they do is going to talk to that, and it's going to be built on this new platform, this new system. So I think this is kind of what's happening here with 6.5. I could be wrong. It could just be like, bro, it's just a simple update. You're just making it making it sound complicated, but anyway, let's switch gears. So, fresh slate, right? Anyone can update to it. It's free. It's a free update. You don't have to pay anything. It's Studio One looks the same. Let me show you a couple of areas where you might look for this. So, I think back here in your audio setup, you have I changed this. I changed. Anyway, if you have a 5.1 system, you can obviously route things, to support that, right? That's just one of those things you'll be able to do. But you got to have an interface that has several outs on it in order for it to support. But I mean, that's not necessarily, you can have a regular basic setup and it'll still work. So right here, this is the normal blah, 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 right? It says stereo here, but once you click on it, as soon as this thing finished doing what it's doing, oh, sorry guys. The heck is you doing, bro? I'm actually looking at something. I'm seeing if you can change something from here. Anyway, I'm also looking at. All right. Anyway, let's go to reverb. They updated okay. They updated the reverb, or isn't it? Yeah. I'm gonna just throw this one in here. Open Air 2. I wonder if there's still a Open Air 1 in here. I think that might be the only one. So it's just 2. They updated it. This thing is kinda cool. It is kinda cool. I'm not gonna lie. I was playing with this the other day and I was like, whoa, okay. So obviously we're gonna get something here. Let's just go with crap, I can't even grab a loop. A simple loop, man. I'm gonna just grab something that I have. Grab a song. Grab a song, man. Grab something. Let's see. What can we grab? What can we work with? What can we work with? Let's see. Let's see. We're doing everything from scratch, guys. I don't know. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. Let me see. Let me change something. Oh, when I grab my earphones, my AirPods, it changed the sample rate. It just messed up everything. Oh my gosh. Hang on, y'all. Just bear with me. It's not supposed to be in 44.1. It's supposed to be in. I kind of. Oh, really? Okay. I think that's because of my Anyway, whatever. The next stream I do, I'm not going to touch the headphones. How about that? Let me play this beat out so I can hear it. That's the problem. I can't hear it, so I gotta change some stuff. Yeah, the sample rate is all off, man. That doesn't sound good to me. Alright, whatever. Let me change this. Okay. That's what it was. Alright, so I'm gonna take this Open Air here. Put it on here. So I'm gonna go here and just play around, I guess. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. That sounds kind of cool. All right. So so this reverb is, yeah. It's got some nice little, there's some changes. Y'all remember how the old one looked? The very first one. It was like it took a long time to load up, first of all. But check that out. Now we get a visual. Like that's crazy. Dude, that's crazy. Like, what's going on here? Now we get an EQ section in here. Well, it was one on here. It was just in the front. That's what it was. But at this point, I'm just playing around, just seeing what's going on. Oh yeah, these are we familiar with these. That's what it was, right? All right, so let's go back in here. And there was another one that I saw. Let me see, what was it? When I seen this on the video, I was like, wait a second. Surround delay. I think that was it. If I'm gonna do surround delay, I think I want to put this on a sin. I think, yeah, something like that. I'm gonna deactivate that reverb. Now, with something like this, guys, when I saw this, I was like, okay, this can work in the situation where you're in a big room and you want to fix the delay issues where your speakers set up in different areas, like just depending on their placement, you can fix the delay just from this plug. That's what I'm thinking. Just from this plug, you can fix the delay issue. I think I haven't tested this out, but this might be a solution for that. I'm gonna test that theory. I'm gonna see. But this is cool. You know what? This creates, okay, I see you, personas. This creates a creative point of view. Okay. Dope. Dope stuff here. And we are still in stereo. Okay. All right. I'm just looking at some stuff, guys. Looking at some things. Okay, let's turn this open air back on. Open air. I thought that was another never mind. Anyway, I'm just showing y'all like some of the things, some of the new stuff and I'm also observing and throwing in different things myself, seeing what changed. Because you know how they don't really say everything on these videos, and that's what these live streams are. We just going in, we just looking at stuff. I've already started the process, but you know, so I'm looking in here now. And says, should I retire my machine studio and just hook up the MK3 or leave it? Man, that's up to you, man. I have the studio, but I don't use the studio because of the MK3. The MK3 is wait, that depends on what you're talking about. Now we got to be specific. Which MK3 are you talking about? Are we talking about the machine MK3? Yeah, I mean the machine MK3 for me works better, but that's me. I have a workflow that works like, you know, it works like that, you know, best for me, what I'm trying to do. Okay, nothing is different there. Not too much going on here. Same stuff here. Pretty much the same stuff here. Pretty much the same stuff there. Okay, that last. Okay, I'm looking at. This is how you change your setup. So, okay, surround and then Dolby Atmos, which is interesting because are we in surround right now? Like, is that new? So we're in surround right now by default. But that's kind of how I'm looking at it. Oh, no, we're in stereo. That's what it is. This is the output, but the mode is okay. So right now, basically, it's surround, but if you're in stereo, you're just in stereo, right? Let me see what happens here. If I switch to Dolby, and if I don't do anything, I guess my output will be still stereo. I think you change this if you have a setup. If you have a setup, like I was saying, if you have a setup to support this, then you would change this. But I think you want to leave it as stereo, but the bed format will be what you're trying to go for. I think that's how it goes, and it gave me the 48. Yeah, you definitely got to be in 48. Like, I wouldn't imagine being in 44. This is why I stopped doing things in 44. I don't know. It just kind of something I'm doing. All right, since we talking about Dolby Atmos, let's just leave it there. Let's say, okay, I'm gonna apply this. And I would imagine to change my sample rate here. Yes. Change my sample rate here again. Okay, that's good. Because that's what I like. All right, so now that we are in Dolby Atmos Renderer, right? Like, check that out. Now you have a representation of what's going on, which is cool. You can switch this however you know, however you want to. And then you got these different bed modes here. And your object channels here, 0 out of 118. Now this is the part where if you didn't have this, it will be one of those things where you gotta, there's like a bunch of stuff you gotta do in order to get this to work correctly. But we're not gonna worry about that right now. So up here you can change to any of these. But of course, our output is stereo because that's how we listening to this. Maybe if I plug up my AirPods for my output, then I can change this. I'm thinking that's how we could do that. Because if I do that now, it will give me an error or some type of like goofy message, and we don't want to do that. When you hit this wrench icon, gives you more information. Enable additional headphone output. Right. Here's your additional information right here. And we just clicking on stuff. Now, I guess I'll explore this more when I get further into, if I have a project I'm working on, then, I had one that I was working on that I needed this for, but I did it in Logic and I sent that off. So the next time I get a project that need this, maybe I could just do one. How about that? Maybe I could just do a project. All right. So anyway, you could see that your outputs here at the end is a little bit different. So now you got this additional deal where it shows you the meters in terms of Dolby, blah, 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 blah. And now when you click here, you can change your panning situation, bring things closer to you, move it around. So let's play a track. Let's play this thing right here. So this deal here. Now, I don't know if it does any justice being on a stream because you guys only hear this in stereo and I can hear it only in stereo as well. But I'm going to just deactivate that. Let's see. So that's just regular stereo. I guess you can hear a little bit. Well, I don't know how good this works. I'm going to have to listen to YouTube later on to see how well this translates. You know what I mean? That don't sound like it's behind me. You can activate and deactivate. Right. Yeah. So, it's one of those things where you just play around with it to see how you want things. That's how that works. And then you can also control it from here. Like, dude, this stuff is crazy, man. Now, this is what I thought that was cool. Because Ozone, if you have Ozone or anything that has the technology, I want to say maybe it's ARA technology that allows these other plugins to be picked up. That's what I'm thinking. Or clap. I'm not really sure. But Ozone 11 comes up immediately, yo. And now we're going through Ozone as the processor of the, if that's what you are into. I don't remember how to get to that. I forgot. I forgot how to get to that. It did pop up when I was testing it because I was there we go. You gotta double click on it. See, Ozone 11 is already talking in Studio One like that as integration, and then in this case, you know what I'm saying? You just work from Ozone's version of stereo. You know what I'm saying? It's already in here. You see what I'm saying? Like it's already talking. So that becomes your pan, Let me unlink these and see. I'm going to go back to the surround panel. Oh, let's go here. Spatial audio. Check that out. See, you got these meters here. Let me show y'all this too. Yeah, that's right. So that's my mix down right there. Okay. I am trying to get to an area that I was looking at earlier. The it's telling me I'm using two. See, it's kind of like things are working automatically. I don't even have to worry about the objects because I'm already. Because it's coming out of left and right, right? Now y'all gonna make me do something. I said I wasn't gonna do nothing on the stream. You see how this changed? This is you can do things. See, yeah. This is fire. I like it. I like it. So if we go back to surround panel, then we get this to pop back up. If you prefer to work like this. This is what I was looking for right here. Let me see. So only if you're in this mode, I guess, you can see the. Yeah, this is what I was trying to get to. So you can see the bed, like, because we're in 5.1. There's like 5 lanes right now that you can see. I don't know what this middle one is. So you can actually see like what is really going on. So you got the left, right, center going, and then you have the left, rear, surround, and you can also change this here. I wonder if any of that information would change if I open this up. Huh. Now this is where things get interesting. There's no way to pin that. Okay. So if I open this one up, then we can get really interesting in here. And we can tell this thing where to go. But I really think that's just what the reverb is doing. It has nothing to do with what you're able to push out here. Or maybe it is. Oh, never mind. You're doing that from here. I control where I want. There we go. See that little middle? So now, every time I move this, the information here is picking up. Now, I can see a visual. You can also see it right here. So if every time I move this, you'll see the information pop up to give me the levelers. So now if I go this way, It's time to do a movie, guys. You know what I'm saying? It's time to score for a film for real, like with this type of technology that's all in one, bruh. Now I would imagine that this is pulling more resources. Let's see, let's verify that. I haven't really paid attention to what's going on down here. Let me see. It looks like nothing is really pulling. Okay. This is the render right here is 6%. Okay, so we're gonna leave this up here and we just play with this panning and see if so we seeing 7%. Okay, the most I'm seeing is 7.8. We getting 8. So we got 8 points on that. Okay, so like I was saying, I would imagine, you know, when you using this, it is pulling your CPU. Yes, indeed, it is pulling for your CPU. So be mindful of that, but it's still pretty cool to have this as, you know, what it's doing. All right, let's see what y'all are talking about in the comment section. What's up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Let's see what y'all saying. Jason Weaver, what's up, man? I ain't seen you in a while. I use a surround delay on a drum MIDI track, and wow, all kinds of sounds with my headphones on. Absolutely. I think the cool thing about all of this is that you can still have stereo headphones in your ears while doing this or whatever. And if you just so happen to have a pair of AirPods or something similar that can take advantage of that technology, you can like do your testing and see what it's really doing. Or if you have a system that, you know, that you're using that can go after this. Now I can only imagine Persona's going after like setups. Now we're going to get sold, or like we're going to see a bunch of advertisements. I'm just going off the cuffs right now when I say this. I don't really know, but I can only imagine configuration that are built for this technology that we now have. Now they're going to be selling us 5.1 systems. Get these 6 speakers. You get 4, 2 in the front, 2 on the side, and a sub. Bam, there's your 5.1 system, or 7. You know what I'm saying? They may even come up with like smaller speakers. I can imagine them doing that. You know what? I feel like that's what they're going to do. And maybe I gave them an idea because I know they watching me. Come up with a system like a smaller setup just to support this 7.1 or 5.1 setup. You know, a total different design, you know, where you're not selling us the regular monitors. You know what I'm saying? Regular monitors that will cost us a grip, but because there's several monitors in this package, just to test how things sound coming across. You know, more like a monitor, like a reference. Here we go. Like a reference monitor setup, not like the real, or maybe they will. Maybe I don't know. I'm pretty sure they can come up with something like that. See, that's an idea, man. They need me on their staff. I just came up with that on the stream. A smaller Dolby Atmos setup. Actually, no, that's still surround. Never mind, because you're gonna need some type of speakers that's gonna come from above you, and something, I don't know, man. There's maybe speakers that has that technology in it where it can create that surround sound, kind of, sort of. You know what I'm saying? Not just a basic monitor that can just output basic, like it's been for so many years, or maybe some type of technology where it does, you know, they have some MTMs, I think that's what they call it. They got some new speakers that they just recently came out. I was supposed to be getting some, so I will be reviewing some speakers for y'all. I don't know when it gonna come. I don't know, but maybe I can. When that comes, I can kind of test some stuff. Have some stuff coming out different places. I have Studio 192 Mobile here. This interface has 6 outputs on it. And I could put a breakout on it too, like a ADAT. Is it ADAT? I don't remember who's behind here, but I can create a output setup where it hit different speakers, and then I can go in here and create the surround, at least the surround sound. And test them out like that. I don't know. The future holds so many concepts and ideas and aspirations and innovations. You know what I'm saying? The future holds many things. So we'll see. We'll see about it. Y'all got any questions? D3, what up? What's happening? Say, yep, it'll be on the Airs line. Yeah. Yup. The Ellip line. How about that? Ellip. The Airs line. Ellip signature series. Y'all heard that here. I came up with that concept now. Y'all see them come out with speakers like Ellip innovated that. I don't know. Maybe they'll reach out to me. Be like, hey man, we like that concept that you came up with on the stream. Now we have something. We have a contract. We want to work with you. We want to see. We want to see where things go next. We're gonna close design. Get your signature. The Ellip series. You know what I'm saying? Can I go back to the Atmos setup? What did you for Dolby Atmos channels? Oh, what did I do for? Okay, I think I get your question. What did I do? So really all I didn't really do too much, but I think right now when you are in surround panner, it is how it's hitting these other channels. You got a double, or I don't know why it's red. Oh, we were peaking. It is how you are able to. So all I was doing is like I was just moving this around. And these different channels is what's picking up depending on where you hitting them. Now, okay, my objects just say 0. So now we 0 out of 118. I don't even know what I did to get the object channels to work, because it was 2 at first. So I don't know what I did. So it was really the panner that was doing the work. Same deal like this. I don't know if that was what you was asking me, 803. Can you still master the Atmos file even though technically it is not stereo file? I believe so. I haven't tried yet because this is new. But yeah, I think you can. I think you can master this. Let me see. If I was to bounce this, that's a good question. That's a good ass question right there, boy. You be thinking. You be over there thinking, you're like, So if I was to render this down, that's why we're here. Let's see, what options do we have? Is it just regular? The wave looks regular, but Who knows? I want to say it will render down as that file, but I just want to verify though. Let me look at these. Let's look at these. Um, all of these look regular, like nothing. So if you was to render it down, I wonder if there was like a different section where you render it down like that. Oh, there we go. Export spatial audio. I think that's how you have to render this down. So there's a special section. It's not the regular menu, the regular bounce. So yeah. So this is how you have to render it down. So look for export spatial audio, and then you can go like a, you can have several you can have several versions of this. This is actually pretty cool, and I do like that. You can pick several options or whatever, but the master file will be, it looks like ADM or ADMBWF. So these are the file formats that it will bounce down as. You still got the between loop, you got the start to end, and then you got the select markers. So you still got like those basic, the ranges and whatnot. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I'll have to like really, really explore this. So here's another section. Oh, is that what I just did? Song setup. Is that the same thing? Oh, no, it's not. And of course, you can switch from here. I don't know if that was 803 was asking how to get to, like, to set up. Maybe that's what he was asking, like how to get to the Dolby Atmos, like, because by default it will say stereo, but yeah, you have to go through. So when you come in here, the preference area, right? You obviously have to start from scratch, right? You come in here, you hit audio setup, then you go to processing. No, you go to song setup. Sorry, I'm looking at this now. Let me see. Okay, song setup, and like you were used to going here to deal with your outputs. There's actually a tab here that says spatial audio, and then you change it here, then choose your outputs. So I'm observing like the sample rates. Like you cannot be working in 44.1 when you do this, which makes sense. Which makes sense because when you doing film work, 44.1 is not going to work. 44.1 is the standard for releasing music on Apple Music, Spotify, like that. That's the standard. 44. When you're doing film music and music that holds more data, it starts at 48. And so you can see that when you switch that, it only gives you these options, 48 or 96, which to me makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. So if I go back to surround, I wonder what will happen if I select. Let's go for that. And they don't even give you a sample rate for this. Let's see what this is. 4.1 music. Let's play with it. That's why we're here. Let's play with it and see what happens. Let's play with it. So it looks like we still get these options, like the panning functions, the surround deal, but we don't have that Dolby Atmos deal here. Or do we? Nope. It didn't pop up for us, so let me see. So everything is coming out of stereo, like literally coming out of stereo. Let's see what other options we have. You know, still get the ozone options. Balanced view. Let's see what this looks like. That's the balanced view. Oh, okay. Look at that. So you do. So when you go for a balanced view, it does change that the master. It does change the master, guys. Look at that. Like you can see how it's coming out. It gives you the. It looks like 5 lanes. So your mastering does look, you know, the meters. Now, with that being said, I wonder if you go with the spectrum meter, right? I wonder if the spectrum meter can see. It sees it. It says 4.1 music. Oh, look at that. Huh. I have no idea what any of that meant. Like, it didn't. I don't have any speakers that can support that right now. But that is one thing I noticed. Okay. So the spectrum. So, I mean, of course, you're looking at the frequency range here, but I was just trying to see if it will give us yeah, see, I can't, I wouldn't hear nothing, no difference, no way, because this is just a meter, which makes sense. Is there any presets? Let's see. All right. Okay. Yeah. We'll check that out. Surround delay. That surround delay is fire, bro. Like I gotta. Okay, that's fire. I'ma love this one. I think this is dope. Don't look like there's any presets that came with it though. That's fire. I like that. That's fire. Nobody mentioned the sound delay as being something new. I don't know, man. I just stumbled across it. Like, whoa. So you can control. Because a lot of times, like if I was to put on drums, I wouldn't want it on the kick. Or maybe I do. Depends on. Check that out. I like that. Okay. So that I can go to. Bruh. Dude, that's fire. It's like having a different loop in the background, but this is all on the same deal. Huh. This is like I think the term is convolution reverb. I think. Wow. Why didn't any presets come? I don't know. But that's fire. So that's one plugin that they did add in here. And they updated the open air. And I think that is it for the update. So there is this one thing that I wanted to dive and see what that meant when they said this DAW project file deal. That's no. I wonder what that means. DAW project. Oh, this is some. Oh, okay. There's a whole nother section for this. It's the Dolby stuff. Huh. I don't. Okay. DAW project file. How's that different? Is that different from saving? Because if I save as, might be just a different file. Okay. All right. Let's see about that if I do that again. Oh, okay. I see. So there's a regular file. Save as a regular file. That we regular Studio One session file. But the file, the actual, when you go to convert to DAW project file, it turns into the Dolby project. I wonder if that's because we was using Dolby. What if I never used Dolby? Will that be available to me? I don't know. Collaboration. Okay, that's been there. Okay. That's the only thing that I notice is different. What does my input look like? Normal. Cause that makes sense. Why would that be different? Okay. Okay. All right. That's really I'm just stumbling across stuff to see. Let me see. If I put this reverb in here, is anything different in terms of. So it seems like most of these are popping up with the like it recognized that we are in a different speaker setup, or you know what I mean. It recognizes it, but dynamics, everything is the same here. Yeah, everything is pretty much the same there. Now that question earlier in terms of like mixing, like say I want to like put an effect on the speaker that's coming out of the right back. Like how do you affect that one? Like this is looking kind of different. I don't know. Maybe I have to go back into Dolby and see if there is any other options just specific to that. But that's pretty much it. If I put a limit on here, what does that mean? Nothing. This just look like a stereo limiter. Ain't nothing going on here. All right, let me switch back. Let's switch back. Go Dolby. Let's go 7.1 this time. Let me show y'all something. If I was to switch this now, watch this. It's gonna. Oh, it did it. It did do it. Wait, tripping. Let's go. Yeah, let's do that. So it will come out, but it ain't gonna do me no good because I don't have no 7.1. So now we see 7 channels here. But it ain't doing me no good because I can't hear that. I have stereo headphones. And I'm also not pushing anything like different to nowhere. So in terms of like panning, let me see. Let's do this. I'm going to reverse. Oh, I see what's going on. Everything is coming in through like middle. But what if I said right surround? What if I said far? I don't hear no difference. I don't have a Adobe set up here. And I don't see nothing going on here like this. This will probably representation of whatever if the objects are being used. That's probably how that works. Well, I could be wrong. I don't know. It's worth exploring and seeing. Dolby Pro Logic. What does that mean? I don't know. Direct render with the room balance. I don't know what any of that means. Enable additional headphone output. Okay, now that's cool. You know what? That is cool. So if I'm using stereo headphones, right? Does this mean I can have my your dig plugged in too? Okay, binaural headphones. Like, what does that mean, bro? What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know. Let's see. Um, there's my headphones right there. I don't know. I don't know what that means. In my head, I'm thinking, did it create a unique situation for my output? Nope. Everything is the same. Everything is the same. Okay, okay. Oh, right there in your face, bro. There's an output for your headphones. Okay. So okay. So it just created a different output. Like, okay. How does that help me though? So if that's the case, if for headphones, that means that I wonder, like, yeah, I don't know. See, is there anything different here? Disable sample rate. Uh, this might need to be updated, and it would be interesting if there was. If it was an update, that would be super interesting. Because to me, that would mean check for update. Okay, it's on the current update firmware. Nope, don't want to do that. All right, I'm just checking. Okay, I'm just looking at things. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how how this stuff pops up. Apply track, apply track preset. Hmm, interesting. All right, y'all. I think I think that's it. That's all I can see. Um, Spaces, man. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Say, bro, have you seen the other update Studio One did with Bitwig? You know, that's why I was like, that's why I mentioned someone mentioned Bitwig earlier, and I started to go into it. I'm like, wait, let me verify because I have not tested that. Now you can open sessions from Bitwig in Studio One and vice versa. The DAW file is how I okay. All right, let me verify that. I can open Bitwig sessions in here. Dude, that's crazy because I've been wanting to do that forever. Like, man, that's crazy. But you know, that okay, that was how it's not ARA, right? ARA is not the technology, but in Pro Tools I know for sure that you can bounce your session a certain way. I think it's AA something. AAR. ARA is like it's almost like NKS. But there was another way you can bounce down your because I used to do it when people send me Pro Tools files. I'll tell them to send me the convert everything down this way. That way, when I bring it in the Studio One, I can upload their sessions, and it will take the session data. So when they chopping vocals and doing stuff here and there, I can get those chops. I can get the fades when they started fading in certain areas, the position of where they put stuff. So I'll have them to export it down a certain way. It wouldn't be like a regular file. It'd be, I think it was ARA, I think. But if Spaces is telling me that I can open up a Bitwig project, let me see. Let me see about that. You telling me you can open up a Bitwig project? Now that's going to be crazy. That kind of puts Bitwig on the map a little bit, and it kind of when you say that, if that's the case, why would they do that? Why Bitwig? Why not Ableton Live? You know what I'm saying? Why not Cubase? Why not? Why Bitwig? Why? It's got my mind thinking. Not because I use it, right? Like we gonna give Elip something to talk about on strings. He always in Bitwig, huh? Okay. All right. Let me see. Let me go to a Bitwig project. Okay, probably can't do it that way, like regular way. So regular way won't work, but maybe Bitwig it has to be exported a certain way. Export. Uh, okay, I will check out that link. I think yeah, I've seen that. I seen it somewhere. I'm like, that's why I was like, I was beginning to talk about it. I was like, no, let me stop. I don't even want to bring it up because I don't know how to do that yet. Import file. Import file. What does that mean? I'm one of those people that just like to figure it out on my own until I can't figure it out on my own, and then I have no choice but to look at a video of somebody to do it and see. Big week. Let's see. Um, Now I do know you can add. I do know you can add stuff through here. Maybe that's how it has to be brought in. Like you come in through the file section and okay. I'm gonna go to this drive and see if I can. Okay, can't do it that way. Okay, I'm gonna go to the video. Maybe it's something you have to start from here. Man, y'all know me, man. I like to try to figure it out. Wait. Okay, yeah. Still not. Okay, I'm gonna look at the video and see what's going on. It's probably a certain way you gotta do things, and I'm looking at the video like, oh, I'm like, oh, that was the step I missed. That's how it's gonna be. You forgot to do it this way. I'm still over here trying to figure it out. I'm still over here trying to figure it out. I don't know. Now I'm dragging files onto the thing. Oh, wait a minute. I was gonna say like, bruh, did I just figure it out? I thought I had something. Wait a second. What is going on? All right. I hope y'all got something from this. We just in here, man, just testing out this Atmos. What's up, Night Rider? This popped up in your recommendations. Welcome to the stream. Hope you subscribe to the channel. Hope you find things useful here. We cover everything Studio One. Well, mostly everything Studio One. We make beats live on this channel. Studio One 6.5 just came out, and we just going through some stuff, seeing what's going to export as a DAW project file. Okay, that's what you're saying. Spaces. Export as DAW project file. Okay. Maybe maybe they did spook. No, 803. That's funny you say that, man, because I was sitting down with some of my tech buddies, and we were just discussing like how a lot of people or a lot of companies are buying up the little guys. Fendon bought Personas. Whoever that bought Isotope also bought. I mean, Native Instruments. Whoever the tech company that bought Native Instruments also bought Isotope, Brainworks, obviously, and put them all together. Right? And then they started out doing this thing, the sound work thing, sound wise, right? And that didn't really do so well. And so now everything is under Native Instruments. So Native Instruments is the mothership of everything. And so now all of the plugins comes with, I know like Isotope stuff now comes with Native Instruments logo next to it in the plugin itself. Like it has a Native Instruments joint on there. Like merging companies and crap like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if Fender then also bought Bitwig and put them together, the Studio One. And this is like one of those first hints. Like, okay. Cause I was just a few seconds ago, I'm just tripping out like, okay, so what is the big deal with the rendering or pulling up a session file, a Bitwig session file in Studio One or vice versa? What's that about? Because typically it makes sense Ableton. Because even Personas, their hardware, their engineers, they heavily design things that works well with Ableton Live. Heavily. If you bought the what is it, the Atom SQ, dude, if you have Ableton Live, the SQ will work really well with it. Really well. So you would think there's some type of relationship that they have, because their stuff just immediately talks to Ableton. You gotta have time to do that. Like, you know how most DAWs, you just use any random device, MIDI device, to get it to talk inside that DAW. Like, this ain't no basic stuff where the keyboard bed just works. You know what I'm saying? The transport buttons just works. No, the SQ is routed where you can trigger scenes and stuff like that. Like, if you want to do any of those things on a basic MIDI device, you had to program that stuff to do that, right? If you just buying a basic or buy the push is designed for Ableton Live, right? Then you don't have to do that because it's Ableton Live's product. But if you weren't in that market to buy that, you can buy other gear and make it do special things. But the Atom SQ can automatically do things for the Ableton, like off GP. So what is this Bitwig integration going on? What's going on, Fender and Bitwig? What y'all got planned? That's a good topic there. Or maybe I could just be reaching. I don't know. I could very much be just reaching like, bruh, you reaching, man. But you get what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Be paying attention. All right. Thumbs up, guys, if y'all are enjoying yourself. Y'all like the content. Throw me a question. If you got any questions about anything, we in here just analyzing stuff, checking stuff out, seeing how this stuff is working. I just discovered something. Boy, look, 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 look at that, bruh. I knew something was in Splitter. It was either Splitter or the the meter. Something told me to come back in here, and I'm on here just talking, and I'm like, hit that channel split. Y'all see that? Look, cause my thing, I had a question. I was like, well, if we have this Adobe Atmos here, right? and we can send stuff to wherever we want based on how we pan it. Well, what if I just want to pan and filter something coming out of any of these speakers or any of whatever direction that I'm panning into? Can I just do that? Well, here's the splitter. And when you click channel split, now you got access to all channels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All 7 channels right here. So this means I could put this EQ right there. I could put this limiter right there. And I can add something else to somewhere. I can put it. I'm just adding random stuff. What if I want to put an empire right there? You know what? Speaking of the empire, I think they made some changes to this too. Or not. It looks the same. Yeah, it looks the same. Is that new? Space reverb. That looks new. That space reverb looks. I'm finna play the track. It's gonna sound horrible, but who knows? Yeah, it's like I thought. But listen to that. Listen to that. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. So now I can come in here and do. So with splitter now I can put effects anywhere I want. Dude. And I don't know if anybody talking about that. I ain't seen that. Y'all discovered that here on the channel. Y'all see that? This is what we do. We go through this stuff live and we just figure stuff out. We just going through stuff and seeing what's going on. Cause it ain't in no videos right now. So that's crazy. So if I want to put an effect on one thing, that third speaker, well, guess what? Put a split on it. Or you can just put a reverb. I mean, an effect on whatever that thing is. Like, say, like this is. You only want this to come out of that speaker, like right there. I mean, you can like totally just like do whatever you want. Let me see if I put like a EQ on that in particular. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at things. I'm like, maybe they made a change in here after all. Right? Kind of sound like it's coming out of that thing. You know, if you want to do that, that's fine too. You know what I mean? But what if you wanted a blend of that dry signal and you only want to affect one part of that somewhere different, which is totally possible because of the split tool. Because of that split tool. Look at that. Look at that. Here we go. Right there. So there we go. Right there. See how I moved it around and it didn't affect nothing? It only gonna affect this one because I got it panned in that area. But if I move it over, oh, never mind. It is hitting it. I take it back. Oh, I think I know why. I stand corrected. Um. Oh, it is actually still panned down there. That's why. That's why. It's like it's technically still panned down there. Oh, that's horrible. The center, disable center. Yeah, y'all gotta play around with this and see what's good. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know, keeping it 100. This is not the end all be all here. Like I'm still gonna be doing stuff in stereo. Period. You know, it's just it's still it's a lot of stuff that just sounds better in stereo. But it's good that we have this now, so that we can not have third party um, software to do something that can be easily done in Studio One now. This I feel like definitely puts Studio One on the map because I know that there are some people who love doing stuff in Studio One, but really can't focus that much in here because of the lack of surround sound. One of those persons was me. Like that's when I had to go back in Logic. Like, man, I don't want to go back in Logic. But I no longer have to do that. Cause Studio One has become the grounds for orchestral music as well. There's something else they add in here that I do think somebody else mentioned. If y'all into guitar, they add what's called tabs in here. I guess I will do something. Play something. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what I can whip up real quick. Hang on, y'all. Gotta get this thing going. Bruh, yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah, people will be exploring this. This is huge for a lot of people, but for people that don't care about it, this is not. It's always like that for Studio One. It's 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 a certain type of people who can appreciate stuff like this. I am one of them. It's not a big update, but it is a big update because this is actually one of those topics where Dolby Atmos is kind of the new kid on the block. It's like the updated surround version of surround. It is the new definition of what surround is. Being able to hear things from all angles, left, right, up, down, side to side, angle, all crevice areas, all of the crevices everywhere. You know, this creates a different perspective as to like sound design and just being creative. And Apple Music has recently, what I mean, unlocked that whole avenue for that type of sound to be present on their platform, and people are taking advantage of it. It's a whole different immersive experience that people are now into now. You know what I mean? And now Studio One is like, why didn't Studio One do this when surround sound was a thing? Why wasn't, I don't know. But now, okay. So we're right now I'm gonna search for. I'm gonna go for one of my guitars because I want to show y'all something. It don't even have to be a guitar to be honest with you, but the concept is tabs that's available now in Score, the Score view. So for you guitar players can play according to the the numbers on the fret. So now you can read it. I haven't visited the Score area, but I'm gonna just come up with something and see what happens. We're still waiting on it to load real quick. Let me see. Yeah, it's still loading. You said it's Persona's the first one to pop out Adobe Atmos mixing. Um, I want to say yeah, because I can't think of any other DAW right now that allows you to do this. Maybe Logic, but I ain't been to Logic, so I really don't know if Logic has done it already. Um, Logic always had surround. I would imagine, I would imagine Dolby you could mix in there, but besides Logic, we'll just put a question mark on Logic unless somebody can open that up and say, yeah, Adobe mixing is in here. Yeah, I think Studio One is probably the first one I know that can do that because you always had to have an app, you know, some piece of software that you had to like route to and adjacent to the software. Um, I mean, you could have done it before this technology, but you would have to do several things, like taking the long route of like where you route stuff in here, which would take forever. And then when you do that, I think it was Avid. Avid has a Adobe deal. I mean, it was probably a good idea to still have that Adobe the Avid Adobe. I don't know what it's called. I haven't downloaded that thing. I was maybe I did. But anyway, you could probably still verify your work. Like that could be like the last stop to see if everything was downloaded correctly, just to verify. Because like I say, a lot of us don't have actual Dolby setup systems in our homes. You know what I mean? Like nobody, not too many people have that setup. Most of us is just stereo. So, but I mean, if you have headphones that can support that, then of course. But how do you verify? I did a project with surround sound, and I guess it was somewhat a version of Dolby Atmos in a sense, but it wasn't like um I didn't export it down as Adobe. It was exported down as surround, but the placement of the speakers, it was like this little box. I was creating it for like this little box thing. I was working with this one person. It had different speaker setups in there, and so the concept is to create like this immersive experience or whatever, things happen to behind you and stuff like that. So at that point, it was just really all about the speaker placement to make that Dolby Atmos type vibe, so to speak, but using the surround rendering. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is definitely interesting. Anyway, let's create something. I don't know. I'm just being random right now. Now, if we was to go here inside of Score, there should be another section here called Tab or something like that. Like I say, this is my first time in here. I think it's that's if I print it out. I don't want to do that. Tracked out. I'm trying to figure it out all on my own. So I don't remember how to do that. I don't remember how to do that. Um, wow. So you got the lyric funks in here. You could change the font of the lyrics in here. Seriously? Okay, personas with your big customization. Like seriously, bruh? Is that what we doing? Okay, I'm trying to get this tab joint going. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Uh, yeah, I don't know how to do that, man. Tracked out. Tempos. Anybody know how to do that? Oh, something is okay. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Is there something I have to tell it? I have to tell it something. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. But basically, what I was trying to say was like there is. Wait a second. There is like another line that it will create, and you can see like the fret numbers, positioning. Trying to see if I can figure it out before I tabloid. Is that what it is? Tabloid page size. Oh, that's just that's not it, bro. That's not it. Tabloid page size layout. Um, tabloid. Nope, that's not it, bro. Landscape margins. And I bet you it's something so simple. What's up, Valve? What's happening from Twitch? What's happening, man? I mean, yeah, what's happening? Yeah, um, of course Pro Tools can do this. Like Pro Tools can do all of the heavy film stuff. Like of course New Window. New Window was designed first of all with that in mind. Scoring pictures, you know, film. Cubase probably can do it, of course. Um, DaVinci Resolve. I mean, yeah, I would think DaVinci Resolve because DaVinci Resolve is a movie editor. I'm pretty sure it supports it. I've I've never did any Dolby Atmos in that. I just use DaVinci Resolve to do like basic movie editing. Actually, nowadays I prefer that over Final Cut. I use Final Cut here and there, and I'm pretty sure Final Cut can support it. Those are all movie editing software. You know what I'm saying? Um, but maybe this is a big deal for Studio One because it wasn't no type of any of this type of stuff was in Studio One, and I feel like okay, this is was just the major talk now. Like yeah, instead of in terms of um mixing, I don't know. But yeah, Atmos was never really uh not it wasn't really my thing yet. I I guess I'm still doing things in stereo. I'm pressing on all these buttons and well, folks, I have no idea how to get tabs, but I saw it. I saw it on a video, and I did not care to watch how he did that. But it is a possibility. Maybe something I forgot to lyric display, remaining chords, time display. track list, transport. Okay. That seemed like something that would be, let me see if I can type it in. Browser tab. Instrument. Show instrument. Oh, these are just tab. Um, no, man, I feel like that's something you activate from here. You know what I'm saying? Layout, style, single track, continuous, pages, first only, show tempo, single track, tabloid is a style. Each measure. When I figure it out, I'll tell y'all. How about that? I'm just on here clicking things, man. Because we got drum view right here. That looks the same. Okay, no changes there. Okay. Maybe that's, nope, nothing there. Nope. Track icons, notes. Nope, nothing there. I give up, guys. I give up. I feel like it's something in here that I'm overlooking. I'm just not looking at it. Send a voice to. What does that mean? This is voice 2. Score. Rebuild score. One. Field reset. Field last. I don't know. I've never used that one. Okay. Send the voice too. Send that to voice too. That's kind of cool. If I made them all voice 2 or voice 3. Voice 2 is fine. I feel like I'm getting closer. Anyway. But basically, Studio One is becoming powerful. That was really my main point. I took forever trying to figure that out. I thought it was cool when I saw it on video, but I just did not like stick around to see how it was done. I just figured it would be something that would be easy to just to like pop up on this thing. Um, I just figured that would be the case, but it clearly is not the case. And I bet you it was something so freaking simple. I'm gonna go back and figure it out and be like, dang, how did I miss that button? That's how it's gonna play out. Like, boy, it took you 2 hours on the stream to figure it out, and you still ain't figured it out. Yeah, man. It be like that sometimes. It be like that. I wonder what rebuild score means. Huh. Oh, okay. I see. That's what it cleaned it up. Okay. All right. You can also pop this thing out. See what it looks like. You can do that to anything, actually. Anything. Okay, I'm done. Apply guitar. Oh, maybe if that's what it is. Dude, I knew it was something. So you gotta actually pick. You gotta pick what it is. So if it's a piano, you don't get that. But you go over here and say it's a upright bass. Okay, it doesn't work for upright bass. Acoustic guitar. There we go. Acoustic guitar. Boom. So 3, 2, 3. Took me forever. One, 3, 2, 3, 1. Yeah. There you go. So you got to pick a guitar part, and if you're a guitar player, instead of trying to read the notes, you get to read the number, the finger where your finger is placed. There you go. The tab. All right. I think I'm officially done, guys. You guys have a great one. I have fun. If y'all don't have any more questions, I'm going to end the stream right here. Remember, music is art. You the artist, paint your picture. I ain't said that in a long time. Life is governed by art, guys. Lifestyle governed by art. Be culture. Oh man. See y'all.